Hi everyone, it is Carol from Lily Rose Blue with Astrid and Amber. And, whoops, Asa. Asa, come back. Actually, this is Asa. Asa's just a tint darker. So that's Asa. And then I have a poll out. Oh my gosh. I should not be touching anything tonight. We still need to name the other deer and the other horse and the baby deer. Gosh darn. Cannot talk. I thought I would hop on. I am in the process of doing major reorganization because I ran out of room in my craft room. I literally, was tripping over things, and I cut myself on a tool in my tote bag, my craft tote bag. So it was time. So you're going to see, I've done some, I'm going to call it big work, so to speak. But there's a lot of little work to do too. And I am just in a crafting funk. I've been just kind of in a funk in general since getting back from Sacramento. Not sleeping well is not helping anything. Part of it's my age. It's a variety of things, right? It's just a variety of things. So, yeah, I just haven't been too inspired, nor have I had much energy, to be honest with you. So I thought I would show you one of my bins where I have some of my ephemera organized, and what I'm kind of going to redo some things, and sometimes you have to make a big mess to get it put back together the way that you really want it to be. Dale has made comments that I think she's kind of in the middle of this herself. That's Dale from Not Too Shabby Chic. And it was time for me to do something as well. So I thought I'd show you my tote as it exists right now, and then just kind of what is on my desk and what I'm trying to get organized. And I've made progress. I've actually made some not insignificant progress, but oh my, do I have more to go. Much more to go. I also wanted to give a shout out tonight to Kristen Gambardella, who is a new subscriber. So welcome, Kristen, and thank you so much. I very much appreciate you. My new subscribers has kind of gone down here in the last month or so, and I think it's simply because I haven't been putting out a ton of content. At least I don't, that hasn't helped. So, yeah, I was gone for a week, but gosh darn, I have just not bounced back. And I had a great time in Sacramento. Maybe that's part of the problem, is that I had a great time. I was around people. Now I'm back to working remotely. I'm not going to lie. I'm filming this on Friday, November 3rd. It has been a blank of a week. Not sorry to see this pet this week in the rearview mirror by any means. And my next 2 weeks in front of me are pretty awful as far as just one meeting after the other for the next 2 weeks. No time to breathe, no time to actually get any true work done. which many of you listening to this video know exactly what I'm talking about. So, yeah, that was a little bit of a woe is me. I apologize. That said, I also thank you because you guys are my virtual support system, and that means so much. It just means so much to me. So this is a tote. I should have measured it. It's a good foot in width and probably 18 inches in length. I have a couple of totes like this. I don't think I can show you too much. And this was just for me. So I did my own little, I didn't want to spend money doing headers or indexes. And I didn't want to use my good indexes to do it and honestly, I had more headers than what I had index cards at the time. So, I just made do. So my first section that I have here is advertisements. And this isn't all of my ads. This is just the ads that fit in this size tote. So, of course, nothing can be super simple, right? We have to have, things in multiple places, which I was trying to get away from, and I still might. But we'll see. Then my next index label is apothecary labels. That's all I have right now. Then I can't see my index, but I can see what it is, and it should be, it's down in here. It's bingo and bingo pieces. This envelope is full of different kinds of bingo pieces. Here's bingo cards. There's quite a few bingo cards. So, these probably should come out of here and go someplace else maybe, or I need to, and most likely need to take other things out of here to make room. Then I have an index that says cards vintage, and this is not the only place I have vintage cards. Although I may have consolidated already. I may have actually taken care of that. Then the next tab I have is checks. So here's a bunch of different checks that I have, and yeah, there's some petty cash and things there too. And then I have cutouts vintage, so some things like that. And actually I have something I got from Happy Mail here. I don't know if this is Carrie or Dale or Carol or Angela. Maybe Sarah. I'm sorry. I should remember. That one is not really coming to me. Then I have ephemera commercial. So, this is stuff that I've purchased from Amazon or, someplace like that. Then I have ephemera vintage medium sized. So like that. Medium sized, I guess. This was how my mind worked. These are old tags at the time. I'm not saying, and it's a conglomeration of things, as you can see here. So this probably wouldn't be how I would organize this at this time. Things have changed, and I probably need to redo that. Then I have a tab for, I don't see my tab. Hang on. I guess the next one that I have is vintage small. Here's a velvety paper coaster. Next is index, and I have a variety of index cards. Maybe not too many for this container. I just have too much stuff to, that's part of my reorganization, is to take some things out, get them reorganized. I have a pile of things on both sides of this container, and I have a pile in another container on the floor that all need to be consolidated. I'm showing you the crazy, guys. I'm showing you the crazy because we all can learn from it. My next section or label is invoices. Some of these are vintage. Some are reproduction of vintage things like that. Here are some labels, vintage. If you can see that, this is something I just got. I'm gonna put that in there with those. Here are all of my letters that I have gotten, and several of these are from Dale. Thank you so much, Dale. I love, love, love them. If they're in here, that means that they are basically the only other letters I have, vintage letters I have, are World War II. And those are in my World War II big 2-gallon Ziploc bag. So these letters are correspondence between family members, those kinds of things. Next, I have library cards. Love, love, love library cards. And then library pockets I put in the same place. Then we have that old thing that gets us all in trouble called miscellaneous. Never a good idea. Try not to have too many things that fall under miscellaneous. Then I have some music. Then I have pockets. And that would be things like these are pockets. It could, yeah, like that. I'm having trouble because I have to hold one thing back. Then I have a category for playing cards, which I already know. I'm removing those. I'm making a new section for playing cards. They may ultimately go back, but they also may not, because I did have a different place. And I need to take my stamps out because I purchased the only word that's coming to mind is Trapper Keeper, and that's really not what it is, but you get the gist. A binder from Carol at Crinkled Path to store all of my postage stamps, and also those, my lovely airmail. And actually, these need to come out and go into my postal 2-gallon Ziploc organization that I've got going. Those are, yeah. Postcards, which I'm not sure why I have postcards in here, because I have a whole, it's probably the ones that don't fit. I was given a whole box that held oranges, a whole box full of postcards, and primarily they're travel postcards, but I don't know if these are non-travel. I'm not sure. Here's a tab for, see here, and see some of these are vintage postcards. Maybe that's why. Here's some Rolodex, which they're not really Rolodex. Oh yeah, they are. Rolodex cards. Some vintage prescription blanks, which I love. Some vintage school things. Vintage scoring sheets, like tallies. You know, tally cards, things like that. Those are in there. Seed packets. These are the only seed packets I have. Today I would probably put those in floral in my bags. I think I have 3 2-gallon bags full of floral things, and I think I would put those in there right now. Here are some slide blanks. Here are some more stamps. Okay, see, this is what I'm saying. I am trying to get organized here. And I feel like there's, yep. And see, things, and this is my fear, is that things are getting bent because this is too tight and not organized well enough. Then I have some special tags, which I'm going to move this forward. Why do I have tags in here when I have a whole container that's labeled tags? See, this is why I'm working on this. Here's some time cards, lots of time cards. And then here's a few Valentines. So that is what's in this plastic ephemera box. I've got a lot of reorganizing yet to do. I don't know how well you could see some of that, but kind of I just wanted to, you know, show you how I had organized things and how, you know, don't be afraid. Just because you went with one organizational system to say, you know what, a year later, this isn't working for me. Or even 3 weeks later to say, it is not working for me and I've got to come up with something else. You know what? That's totally fine. We need to give ourselves permission not to be married to a certain ideal and not to feel that this is not a fail. This worked for me for a while. It just is no longer working for me as I've gathered more ephemera, as I've been gifted more ephemera that's, you know, even more special to me, like, you know, things like this that Carrie has made for me, Carrie the paper monkey. You know, I want to keep these in a different place. Probably because I feel like I need to hoard them, you know, the things that others have given me versus the things that I've purchased myself. Maybe, you know, I'm not, you know, so worried about hoarding those things. But anyway, there's going to be some changes afoot. At some point, I'm going to do a video, and I wished I would have done a before. However, I don't think I have the fortitude. I'm pretty transparent. I don't know if I'm that transparent, because my craft room was ridiculous. But I wished I would have shown you a little bit of I wished I would have videoed a little bit of a before, and then I will definitely show you the after, which is also a little bit embarrassing because of the amount of things that I have. But, you know, again, it's okay. Some of us could perhaps relate to it. Maybe some of you will aspire to it. Probably not. But some of you may go, okay, I'm not the only one who's struggling with this. Yeah, you really do have to reinvent and reorganize, I think, at least once a year. And my guys, I have a lot of my scrapbook paper is at my friend Isla's house. So I honestly don't have a house big enough for all of my craft things anymore, which says I have a problem. Also says I need to make some better decisions. May also say I need to make some tough decisions about what I'm keeping and what I'm getting rid of. And most importantly, to me, it says you got to get crafting, girl. And I do. I have to get crafting. I just got to find my mojo, and I don't have it right now. I just don't. I'm hoping that I do get impacted by mess and chaos. So I'm hoping once I get things cleaned up that and reorganized, that my mojo will come back. That's what I'm hoping. I will quit for now. Thank you for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe, comment, tell me I'm ridiculous, and you know what? You would not be wrong. That would be okay. And as always, stay safe, have fun, take care, and God bless. Good night.